instead of just an email address that is just piling up in your autoresponder. Now what's happening is that you actually can check their profile, see their pictures, see who they are, what they do, like what they like. And it's also gives you like a good indication of whether or not you're attracting the type of people that you want to attract in your campaigns, which is like good, right? Hello and what's up, everybody? I hope you are doing wonderfully. Happy Wednesday. If you're watching this any other day, happy whatever day you're watching this. In today's session, we are going to circle back to marketing. I know I do love everything that is mindset and business mindset, but because of very selfish reasons, which is the fact that my book is going to come out soon, I want to talk about 6 reasons and 6 advantages of workshop launches versus any other, product launches that you can do, or any other way to sell online services and, online courses, programs, whatever you have going on. So, circling back to our topic today, we are going to talk about, and I have some slides that literally like 2 or 3 pager, just to have things more organized for you. And on top of it, I literally copy pasted this out of my book because it's in the book, so you're essentially getting a part of it for free right now. So we are going to talk about the 6 advantages of workshop launches. And, once you kind of learn them, I'm like very optimistic here. Once you kind of learn them, you don't want to do anything else, you know, maybe. I don't know, but this might be your jam from now on. It might be something that you do from now on. So let's get into the video, okay? So essentially, just like I said, I want to first talk about what is a workshop launch. Well, if you are or have been living under a rock, you might, I'm sure you have seen them. It's about workshops. 2 days, 3 days, whatever days. It could be boot camps, master classes. It's usually a live event where the presenters it usually revolves around like an idea. I don't know how to say it differently. It's usually revolves around an idea. Yes, that's true. Thank you so much, Rain. So it's usually revolves around an idea. It has an outcome. It has something that is luring people in so that they come and actually, watch it. They are interested in staying all the way. They have something that they very clearly want out of the workshop. So they are very defined as well. And yeah, it's actually serving you as, a super authority trust booster in your, in the eyes of your prospective clients, which is one of the advantages, which is cool. I already spelled that one. Never mind. So essentially, the cool thing about a workshop launch is that, of course, at the end, you are going to invite them to work with you further, whether it's, again, your course, your consult, whatever you're trying to, or you're offering to sell these people, or, your prospective clients. So essentially, you're going to invite them to join your programs, join your masterminds, like whatever you're offering, and that's the end of it. Okay. So usually, if you're doing your job right and you're building your authority, and you're actually genuinely there to provide value and valuable information, people are usually, more engaged with you and staying with you throughout those days, are ready to be your buyers because you have given them enough, information. You have given them enough value, and they are just hungry for more and to learn from you more. Okay, so that's essentially the goal of it. Um, and essentially, it really gives you a chance to demonstrate that you can help them by actually giving them some kind of information that is something that they can use up through their businesses. And then whenever, it's time, whether it's the end of the workshop or whenever they are ready, they will eventually come back to you and buy from you. Okay, so that's the ideology. So what are the six? Wow, I can't even put numbers in correctly. I guess that's seven advantages. Amazing. So, circling back to the title, it's the seven advantages of workshop launches, I guess. But the first one is definitely, which is a massive one, is to personify your leads. Okay. And I used to, and still to this day, have an issue with calling people leads. It's almost as if we are objectifying people, and I don't like that. Or assigning them a number, or just like treating them like objects. I'm just not cool with that. And that's why, by the way, when you are like in sales, training, so they teach you to gather intel about your clients. They legit have the photo of the client in front of you, and try to really fill into those, and then spy them on LinkedIn, try to see them for who they are, check their profiles on Facebook. But it really just to give that persona back to them, because I don't know, I just have such a hard time, imagining that someone is just a lead and someone is just, walking money. I do want to personify them more and talk to them and ask, like, what's up, dude? Like, what's going on? What's happening in your business? Like, for me, that's like much more of a human way to go about it. But the cool thing about the workshop launches is that you have the ability to do that, because what we are doing essentially is we are usually collecting them inside of a group container of some sort, and that allows you to have that, who they are, and actually see them. So instead of just an email address that is just piling up in your autoresponder, now what's happening is that you actually can check their profile, see their pictures, see who they are, what they do, like what they like. And it's also it gives you like a good indication of whether or not you're attracting the type of people that you want to attract in your campaigns, which is like good, right? The second thing is that you can get away without anything fancy. What it also means is that you can, I think I spoke about this in my previous video of like how do I sign people up, but essentially you can get like the cheapest, Zoom sign up link for your upcoming, workshop, or you can get a MailChimp sign up form, lead pages, like anything that collects emails is what you can get away with. Okay, do watch the video on like the 3 ways to sign people or register people to your workshop if you haven't done it already. I speak more in depth about this, but essentially the cool thing about it is that you don't have to build like robust things for you to be able to sign people up to your upcoming event. Okay, just really cool. That's the second one. The third one is that the workshop launches can save you on ads big time. And it's so true, because um, first of all, you can promote it organically. And if you have a cool topic, and I assume that you do, because you watched my video on how to create cool topics for your workshop. Oh my God, we're coming full circle here. Essentially, people will sign up to you very, very easily. In fact, I think I had over, oh my God, like 200, 300 signups just by organically, just by promoting it on groups, just that seamlessly plug in promotions, yet you're essentially, you're doing it in a way that people are not going to kick you out of the group. Okay, so you can, if the topic is solid by itself, you can very, very easily get people to sign up to your upcoming event. And then you can do ads, to boost that reach and to get that whatever reach you're looking for. If it's like international, like transatlantic, the whole universe you want to target with ads, you can do that. But it's much more cost effective, because you wouldn't be retargeting on every single level, and you're literally just looking for an opt-in lead generation, type of scenario. instead of like the conversion campaign or something that would require you to optimize for like 5,000 events. Okay. So definitely that's a huge plus, that you can, on a budget, fill out your seats. I always advise $500. I don't know why, but I always advise $500 as far as the budget goes for these type of events, because usually we can make it work from that much. But of course, if you are, very super niche and you have like 5,000 people in the world that are belonging to that group, that might cost you more. But essentially, getting those people to come to your workshop will be much more lucrative for you. So you will essentially make your investment back. But um, this is so much more cost effective than to run any other type of campaign. Okay. So, the herd mentality realness. Okay. So, this is the fourth advantage of a workshop launch, is the herd mentality realness. What I mean by that is, I know this is a very elaborate term. What I mean by that is very simply that when you are in a group container environment and you have excited people around you, um you can't really help but be excited as well. I mean, hopefully that you are enjoying your time in the workshop and not, not enjoying it. But it's almost, I can't speak anymore, guys. It's awesome to see when other people are just as excited as you are. And it also helps you to be like not missing out on signing up at the end, having that type of, excitement around you. You just kind of like, it's infectious, right? And you can very easily create that in your live launches, right? If that's what you want to do. So it's usually, herd mentality means, by the way, if you don't know, it's when, well, it's essentially copying other people. And herd mentality is like when we say that, um, we tend to copy the behaviors around us, and kind of follow each other like a herd, right? And it's so funny because just the other day, my partner was showing me a video of like sheep on the field, like following each other around. And I'm like, oh my god, this is how, and this is why we call them herd mentality. So check out those videos if you haven't seen a bunch of sheep like being in a herd and following each other. It's awesome. The insane filtering is the fifth advantage. And the cool thing about the insane filtering is that, because remember I said we are putting them in a group, essentially what happens is that, um, we will be filtering, of course, with the ads, with the copy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have to check with Carl. We should be dropping an episode hopefully this week on this very topic, to how to filter out your audience and with your ads and like creatives and all of that. So I think you should stay tuned for, like, I have like, I don't know how many plugs for this one, but you should stay tuned for that one because we definitely go more in depth with that. But essentially, you can filter out your ideal target audience, check who they are, just like I said, have their profiles, but as well as putting questions before they join the group. Are you this person? Take the box, the multiple choice, like some very basic questions that help you filter out whether or not this is an ideal, clientele for you or not. That's very easy, and you can literally tie it to some IQ, minimum IQ stuff, that if people are not answering to those questions, then you won't approve them because they are missing some of the elements of your ideal clientele, hopefully. So that's very good because with these type of launches, you can, get to filtering. By the way, have a VA. This is a pro tip here, where I'm dropping the pro tip here. Have a VA check the non-answers and make sure that they actually send a message to the people that are not answering to those group questions, because sometimes genuinely they click away and it takes about 3 seconds to pop up. the questionnaire when you join a group. You click on join a group, and then you have to wait for a couple of seconds for the form to come and show. And sometimes people click away by then, so it's a very easy human mistake. But have someone to check on these people so they can go back and resubmit their forms, so that you don't disqualify someone because they just simply clicked away. But you give them another chance to fill out the form so that you can gather all the information and accept them. Okay. The other, I'm gonna go to the six advantages of the workshop launches. Essentially, this is your automated group funnels. And once you're done with your workshop and you have your recordings, you hopefully recorded your recordings, and you can give to people, gift them to in order for them to join your group. This can be in your banner, this can be in your bio, like wherever you want to put it. But essentially, this is a cool way for them to incentivize them to join your community and your group. And you can have this as a funnel, essentially, that you get this if you join this, and you can check this training, and you can set it up and have this on an automated autopilot, so that you keep incentivizing why people should join your community. And it's a cool one. It's something that you can deploy and keep forever tied to your profile. Because a lot of again, side story here, a lot of entrepreneurs, what they do is they and if you see this, it's very common, they put in a banner like join my cool group, high ticket, whatever, high ticket clientele, whatever they name it. But they put this link in their banner like join my cool group, high ticket, blah blah. And well, we all know the purpose of the group is really to sell things. But like, why would I join? Like, it's really hard to kind of you kind of have to give a reason to why to join. And I always get like invites to groups immediately. I don't know how many groups I'm in, guys, but if I'm not engaging with the group, it won't show to me. So I'd rather join to groups where I genuinely want to join, if that makes sense, because I'm seeking out some kind of information. So just to go back, if you have an incentive, if you have a reason why you want someone to join your group, like, you can literally put all these benefits tied to your free workshop recordings if you can give them something for free, and then just let them come into your circle that way. So the seventh and the last and the final advantage of a workshop launch is your content generation and creation heaven. And what I mean by that is essentially, and I think I said essentially 100 million times, great. But what it means is whenever you are enrolling people to your workshop launches or your workshop group, or whatever you're collecting people, you would essentially ask about their biggest challenges and difficulties. And guys, to this day, I go back to those forums and those intake forums, and I look for inspiration from them, because that is the gold. That is a gold mine of the things that people struggle with. They're gonna literally tell you. They're gonna tell you what they struggle with at the moment, and you will have an insight, a free insight, as you survey them about their biggest challenges, and you can go back to use those content in your upcoming events. You can go back essentially and use those content in your content, or even advertisements, or just have some, idea of where you should go with producing your content. And again, this is going to be like, I assume that you have like 200 or 300 people, but that's essentially 200 or 300 or more unique problems. And you know what the cool thing about that is, first, besides the fact that you can go back and check what are the problems with your industry. I don't know, sorry guys, I was too close with the mic when I said problems. Sorry if that hurt your ears. But essentially, you can go and check what are those problems. And the second thing that you will notice is that there are certain elements that are repeating. There are certain questions that keep coming up, and it's a good indication that there's something that you need to cover on that aspect. Okay, so that's all for today, about the advantages of the workshop launches. If you need help with, you are like, oh cool, I love those advantages, I kind of want to do my own, that's great. Then in this case, you can reach out to me personally or email me. I'm going to put my emails. If you watch this on YouTube or like any other platforms, I'm going to drop my emails. In If you're listening to this, I'm going to put this on my show notes. But if you're watching this on Facebook, then just drop me a message on Facebook. I don't bite. If you do need help with implementation, if you think that you have an idea for your own workshop and you need some guidance on how to execute it, or you need someone to do it for you so you don't have to worry about it, then please drop me a message, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.